What's up, guys? Welcome to the Linecheck podcast. I'm here with Fellippe, the owner of Ubuntu. How's it going today?
Good, man.
It's great to have you on the podcast.
Thank you. Thank you. I've been following you for a little while, and I always found a lot of fun,
Thank you.
what you do, and I'm a big fan.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I've been going to Ubuntu for quite some time now.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of my favorite places to go to brunch.
Thank you.
I just love hanging out on the patio, bringing my dog, and coming with my girlfriend, and just
That's awesome.
getting a nice meal where you can taste the ingredients.
Right,
They
right.
let them speak for themselves. My favorite is just getting a classic French omelet with just some greens dressed and some fingerling potatoes.
That's
and
awesome.
That's it. That's my favorite breakfast, honestly.
Simple and done correct.
Yes, exactly.
That's why me and my wife, we opened the restaurant. It's why do we need to go out in the brunch when people overcooked? The eggs, might as well let's do it at home.
Yeah.
We did that just to make sure like this is how it's done. And I think everybody deserves that. You go, you're spending money, you go to a place, get the food right.
Yeah.
Doesn't take much.
No,
it doesn't take much.
No. Why don't you tell the audience a little bit about what Ubuntu is if they've never been there before, and kind of talk about the ethos behind it.
Yeah, Ubuntu is it's a South African life philosophy is essential quality for human virtues, compassion, and humanity. And me and my wife, we've been in hospitality and operating restaurants for at least 20 years. For both of our just 40 years experience between me and my wife. We're both immigrants. We're both from Brazil. I met my wife in San Francisco 13 years ago.
Wow.
And we both been in the United States as for the same time, like 25 years in the United States. I've been living in the United States longer than I ever lived in Brazil, And we both loved the hospitality. And when I first came in to United States, to Los Angeles, I arrived in Santa Monica, and I was a dishwasher at a place in Santa Monica that's still there.
Which restaurant?
Frito Misto.
Right.
Still there.
Wow.
Yeah. I loved it. And, honest to God, I still do at least a good 40 minutes shift in the dish pit every kind of day because I'm there 5:45 a.m., 6 a.m., and I help the boys and, I'm checking out, make sure everything is okay. But we love it. And opening Ubuntu is not about the money whatsoever. We haven't really made big money on the restaurant, because catching up always. Pandemic came in. We opened 30 days before the pandemic, and make sure staff is there, good service. Make sure you got service, for your vendors. Make sure they're not, they're everybody's coming because we're open 7 days.
Yeah.
Right. And then, but I felt the kitchen, the beginning of my career, it wasn't big enough of the stage for me.
Yeah.
I always loved to entertain. So was my wife, I became busboy and busboy for a long time. I was dishwasher for 8 months, very little English for 8 months. And then busboy for a good year and a half, the tallest guy in the dining room, the tallest busboy.
You got the eyes to see down on which tables need bussing.
I remember one of my managers said, "You're the tallest busboy I ever hired."
It was hard for me when I was a busboy because I'd have to actually go to the table to see if if it needed to be cleared or not.
Right.
I wouldn't be able to see if I was tall.
It's funny because my kitchen, my staff says the boss built the restaurant for 6-footers and up because the shelves are so high.
Yeah.
And then I had a chance to learn how to be a server. But prior of my arrival in LA, I was an international tour guide. I was following my mom's steps. So she was an international tour guide, and I did the same thing. I loved it. The only thing I didn't like it is I was never home.
Yeah.
All the holidays, I was I lived in Buenos Aires for 6 months, taking tourists there. I love the fact when I became a server, I actually connect the two jobs. The same thing. You go to a restaurant and you can give the guest the tour of the menu, like, oh, this is is that, and then you tell the story of the restaurant, and then you tell the chef, and then like, man, this is what I did. I can just be home now and do what I love. And that's how I fell in love with the business. Entertaining, which I usually tell my team, like, we're entertaining. It's just like when you buy a ticket for your favorite band, they're playing the same music every time, go to different town, play the same thing, different crowd. Same to us. We cook the same thing, every day, try to be perfect every time, different crowd. Or sometimes you have the groupies. You have the diehard people, the fans that comes in every day, and rain or shine, they're there supporting it. It's the same thing. So that's how I fell in love with the industry, and I really, truly want to make that as a career. So is my wife. And my wife lived in Culver City most of her time in LA, and I lived in Santa Monica, and then moved to Las Vegas to work at Aureole inside of Mandalay Bay, which was 3 Michelin at the time. But I just made it as a career, and I loved it. And getting the restaurant, it was probably 20 years on the make. Wow. All the experience. And me and Danny would say this all the time. I'm so glad we didn't open the restaurant 10 years ago, because we probably would fail. I'm so glad we saw a lot of things. We learned a lot with other people's mistakes, what not to do. Mostly what not to do.
Yeah.
And then opening Ubuntu, it's definitely a collaboration of all the great things we both saw in the past and that people deserve. I love flowers. I want flowers on the table. So I have fresh flowers on the table. Danny brought, blankets because it's cold. Every table has a blanket. If a kid falls on the water, we have a little box we call Kid in the Water Kit. Has pajamas, has towels and socks, so the parents doesn't need to go home and change.
Yeah.
So we got pretty much all that. Sometimes you go to a high-end hotel, you got all those little things they do for you. And said, this is going to be a neighborhood place.
Yeah.
Let's just anticipate. And when they see that, then they fall in love with the place and become like their second place to come in. We see people coming in twice a day. It's incredible.
Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, you guys have definitely built a community restaurant, that people love to hang out in, have a good meal, have coffee, be there with their parents, be there with their kids, be there with their best friends.
It truly is, because we have parents coming in and said, I'm so glad you guys are here because my kid loved to come here. He go to school right across the way. I said, no, Mom, I go to Ubuntu. I'll sit there, I wait there. I said, oh my gosh. The little things, even though sometimes, I understand that the restaurant or our restaurant can be a little more expensive than the others. I get it. But also, we would not jeopardize the quality.
Yeah,
we might as well not put on the menu, But just the fact that we have a place that the family and the kids feel safe enough to go in and just wait for the parents, and the little water station we have outside. When the kids come out of the school, there's a line just to get water. It's incredible.
And that you're okay with that?
Totally.
That's awesome.
Totally.
Because there's a lot of businesses that don't love having kids there if they're next to school.
No, it's a little bit of at times we need to educate the kids, because sometimes the kids wants to open the lid off the water and get the ice, right? They say, guys, you can go in there. We're here for you. Just ask one of our guys a little cup of ice. We'll take care of it. And that's it.
Yeah.
And they respect. They sit there. They wait for the parents. They drink water. It really is really nice.
That's awesome. That's really nice to hear that, because I do know, stories from other places that, if they're next to like a school, the business is like, no kids ever here, whatever.
Well, listen, I think it all comes with the territory, I guess, But again, we see not just our territory, local kids there. We see all kinds. We see kids coming on the bikes and walking from far, because I'm there super early. So I primarily notice, I already know a bunch of names of the kids, but I think is for us to be successful, and we embody the true, what it's on the name, the greatest neighborhood cafe. If we wouldn't do that, we wouldn't be the greatest neighborhood cafe.
Yeah, definitely. And going back to, sourcing local ingredients, how important is that to your business?
I think it's for us, me and my wife and our culinary team, I think it really is pretty much everything. You can, sometimes it's every business, especially in restaurants. Sometimes you see people making a comment about your food and how expensive it is. Oh, I can have the same thing over there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, technically you can, right? If you don't care about eating eggs out of a bag, knock yourself out. Dentists have the, $9.95 Grand Slam with pancakes. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I've ate there several times. I've been on the budget before, still on the budget, but I think ingredients, something that I learned with Chef Keller is pretty simple. What he says, cooking is only two things: great ingredients and technique, and that's it. How you know how to cook and great ingredients. That's it.
How was it working at the French Laundry?
It's interesting. I lived in Yountville, which is an incredible little town, right behind the French Laundry. Chef Thomas Keller house, his house has a sign that says the White House. Everybody called, that's the White House.
Yeah.
It's everything that you've heard plus in some. I do have amazing friends from still there. One of my best friends used to be the head of SOM, Dave, and Dave has this thing. He works with a bunch of celebrity chefs, and his thing was to steal one of the chef codes from every chef he worked for. He tried to do with Thomas Keller. He got caught on the street in Yountville and went to jail for it.
Whoa, crazy.
But that was him. He said, I'm just watching it. He's going to leave the chef code somewhere. I'm going to take it.
Yeah.
Listen, it's one of the things that I tell my friends: if you have an opportunity to work there, great, but don't be there for too long, because it will mess with your mind.
Mm-hmm.
It really do. Because at some point, you'll be so used to work with amazing stuff, great equipment that you won't see anywhere else. If you want to do your own, and then you're like, oh, I can only work with this. I can only work with this equipment. I can only work with this pots and pans.
And I can't afford any of that.
Right? But I tell people, I don't care about that kind of stuff, even though some of my china at the restaurant are really like good price, cheap warranty, real china. Some Bonnet silverware, which is really good stuff because I love it. But oh my gosh, if you stay there too long, if you're gonna do your own, you can't.
Yeah. It's definitely a lot of good experience though while you're there.
For sure.
There's a lot of takeaways.
For sure.
Yeah.
That a lot of what I learned the most is anticipating the guest needs and having awareness of, it's just what sometimes happens to me. I'm sitting on a random table and I see a food passing by and I'm looking at it and the food arrives on the table. I'm looking at my computer, but my antenna is right here to see what they're going to say, and they go like, oh, wow, that's what we like to hear the most. Oh, wow, that's beautiful. Like, okay, that's perfect. And then they start eating and then someone come by and touch the table like, oh, how was your meal? Oh my God, this is delicious. I said, okay, let's go back to work,
Yeah.
But learning those little things, anticipating the needs. You got coffee. I think you should have a little spoon with your coffee, sugar right in front of you, right? That you don't need to keep waving at people all the time, right? So that's mostly what I learned is how can I be 2-3 steps ahead. And when you come to a restaurant, definitely something magical happens because you see it like, oh man, I was talking to someone today. One of our guys said, Fellippe, this place it's immaculate clean. I go in the bathroom, it's freaking clean. How do you keep this place so immaculate all the time? I said, it's the crew. It's it's our team. It's the standard that we created it. And now the crew maintaining or even raising a little more. Again, for us, it's not about the restaurant. It's what we believe the guest deserves. You walk in a place that's clean, that's flowers, it's smell good, good service, food comes out on time. Stay as long as you want. Bring your kids, we don't care. We actually love it.
It's awesome.
Yeah, we love serving kids. Love it, dude. Love it.
So if you can define hospitality for me and for the audience, how would you define it?
I think hospitality, it truly is, you are creating you're creating a setting that, like I said, everything you need, it's right there, and you don't even notice that things are done for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think for us, it's very important, but it always starts, who do we hire, you know? But the hospitality for us is always, you know, the greeting and the welcoming and the smile. You know, we do have our crew is naturally like that. There's no training for that, which is incredible. But for us, my part, Danny, my wife, we always love to entertain. So for us, it's very simple. You know, you come to our house, I'm the host. I'm the host of the party. Mm-hmm. Come in, enjoy it. Let me, you know, we'll take care of it. Oh, you cold? We got blankie. Oh my God, you got blankets? Yes, we do. You know, I think it truly, if you love it, there's not much else to do because you already love it. I usually tell my crew already knows, we are guest obsessed company, 100%, 100%. You come at 2:00, it's lunchtime, right? Fellippe or anybody, you can ask anybody there, can I have an omelet? Oh, them, yeah, you can. Are you in a hurry? Can you wait a little longer? Yeah, I'm not in a hurry. We got you. We do it. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You know, and again, I think we created that environment that people trust on us for any time of the day. They come in, like, we don't make no fuss. Oh, you want just 2 eggs and a side of bacon at 2:45 p.m.? Yeah. Shit, yeah. No problem at all. And people love it.
That's awesome. How would you teach hospitality to, you know, I think that hospitality is starting to kind of just lose its
100%.
You know, flair, just at restaurants I've been to, and just not caring for the guests.
No, you're absolutely right. I'll tell you this, for us, our secret sauce, it's our crew, 100%. Who do we hire? 100%. We do not like to hire sometimes people with a lot of experience. Mm-hmm. We really don't. We learned that there is a pattern. You know, we like to hire people that probably never worked in a restaurant before.
Yeah, because you could teach them.
Well,
or show them the way.
Yes, that's our company culture. Is we like to hire people that craves human interaction. Mm-hmm. They're naturally so attracted to other people. They like to chat. They like to talk. They're always, you know, interested. You know, yes, we'll teach the mechanics of the job, but we cannot teach them how to be a good person in the heart.
Yeah,
and that's the person we hire.
That's hard.
It really is, though. Hard. It really is. We invest a lot in the mechanics of the job, the training, those guys. Like a kid that never busboy before or never worked in a restaurant before. But everyone is so kind and welcoming and willing to do anything. If you call the restaurant, anytime, you call the restaurant and you ask, are you guys hiring? I'll guarantee you're going to hear one thing. They're going to say, we're always hiring great people. That's our motto.
That's good.
Yeah. So it takes a lot. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It takes a lot. We find sometimes we hire a few people that sometimes falls through the cracks. People that sometimes tell us what we want to hear, but only take them so far.
Yeah, exactly.
Because their true persona can't stay in there for too long. And then the rest of the crew, they will eliminate them, you know. But for us, as you said, the hospitality is our number one mission in our company. It's great hospitality every time.
And that's why you guys are busy all the time.
I'd like to.
There's a lot of factors that go into that, not just.
I like to say so. You know, it's. I think we know, even though that location was empty for 4 years before us, it was a couple of different things before us. I think we hit it on the spot. What do we want to do? But I think we knew the food would be great. I'm not a chef, but I know how to cook. I can work in any station of my restaurant, no problem. But the service, the crew, the staff, it was our number one priority. It still is to today, because we hire a bunch of kids and they go to school and they come back, and there's always a good. There's not a lot of people fluctuating at the moment, but we have about 4 kids. They're local. The parents used to come in. The grandparents used to come in, wow. And then now they're in school. One is, Susie Price's son, Keon. He is in school, I think, in Michigan, and every time he comes back, hey, boss, I'm ready to go. And then
that's cool.
He needs no training. He knows already.
It's already dialed in.
Yeah, so which is nice, we have a lot of those. But truly is, we know the food is going to be great. We know we're going to present great meal. The place is beautiful. We made it beautiful. But now the kids, the hospitality, for you to be at the cashier there's a few different things that you need to do. And we teach them, like looking in the eye, the genuine smile. You repeat the order back, make sure there's no mistakes, And when it's done, imagine this. We serve 700 people on a Saturday brunch.
That's crazy. I think your place is...
It's 60
big,
seats.
But it's not that big.
No, imagine this. I have 65 seats, and there's 350 tickets going in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Tickets. How many people per ticket?
Yeah.
Let's do average. 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And we made 0 mistakes on the ordering. 0. Other restaurants, right?
Yeah.
People just, oh my gosh, I forgot. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, she got no cheese on the burger. Whatever it is. Our process is like invest a lot on training that you must repeat the order back. We also work with a secret shopper, 2 secret shopper companies.
Okay.
They do evaluation with us every month. And that's part of it. If the person repeat the order back and looking in the eye, and the other company is for the health department. We work with EcoSure, and they come in every month and surprise us with a visit. Just for me, I'm a different restaurant owner because I truly love what the health department do. And if they're telling us a few things, listen, we're failing it.
Yeah.
We need to fix it.
Yeah.
That's plain simple. There's no arguments. That's where we fail. That's where we fail.
Yeah. Restaurants usually only have one visit, but you have a visit every month.
We keep ourselves on the because remember, my kitchen's very small.
Yeah.
My walk-in,
But you guys how do you guys stay so efficient with that much volume? Because your food does come out really fast.
It does. Yeah. Well, it's the designing the menu.
Yeah, the menu seems like it's a lot of crossovers and makes it a little easier.
A little bit of crossover, but I think, because of my experience doing even consulting work for other restaurants and going to places that they do brunch, I learned looking at, being in the kitchen and observing most of the kitchen guys in the kitchen on brunch, they're ready to go.
Yeah.
They're ready to just fucking to walk out. They're not happy. You work in a place that make your own omelet. There's 6 different omelets, eggs in style. Dude, it's a nightmare.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
One egg guy, it's pay attention in 4 different eggs. Over easy, which is the egg that we hate to make the most. My over easy, it's not like your over easy. So it's over easy, it's scramble, and over hard, 1 guy or 2 guys. They're overcooking everything.
Yeah.
So our menu is, unfortunately, we want to do it perfect. Yes, we do. We can do any egg you want. You just ask. But on the menu says just the scramble and the omelet.
Yep.
So when the order comes in, there's 5 scrambles.
Easy.
It's 1 pan, and he makes 5 scramble, nice, soft, and potatoes, toast, and
you set yourself up
for
to make it easier for your cooks too. Yeah.
My kitchen is quiet.
Yeah.
On the weekend, everybody is actually enjoying it. There's a lot of tickets. Believe me.
Yeah.
Believe me, it's 350 tickets. And it starts at 6:15, 6:30. By 10 o'clock, we already served 200 people. by 10 a.m.
Yeah.
You know, it's insane.
That's crazy.
In eggs, a palooza. Like, we go through, 10 Ks of eggs a week?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And we crack everything.
Uh-huh.
And avocados and potatoes and, like you said, sourcing ingredients. It's insane.
Yeah. But it's definitely good because I'm a big believer in using quality ingredients. For sure. And I appreciate that. And that's why I like going to Ubuntu.
Yeah. It's, we wouldn't put anything on the menu that, that doesn't represent, our background, where we came from, or, why we're doing this. You know what I mean? I work with the great bakers, friends of mine. And we have a head baker now for quite some time now. And we're doing I brought it to you. We bake our own canelés in house.
Wow.
It's my wife's recipe.
Amazing.
She perfected the freaking canelés. Nobody does canelé in this town.
No, I haven't seen one.
It's very finicky to make that thing. It's copper molds. We got to babysit. It cannot be a young batter. It has to be 24 hours batter. So you got to do the batter today to bake tomorrow. Very finicky. Yeah. My wife, she's psycho. She perfected that thing. It's incredible.
Amazing.
Yeah, it really is. So I'm really proud. So our head baker now is we're doing focaccias in house. We're doing milk buns in house. She used to work for Nancy Silverton, and she used to be the head baker for Bubba and Grandma in downtown.
Oh, yeah, nice.
So she's local. She's freaking local.
Cool. I mean, from Long Beach. Wow.
Yes, cool. Incredible. So she's doing focaccias now. Milk buns. We're doing a buttermilk biscuit and thyme, cheddar, jalapeno scones. So we're doing a bunch of stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, it was really good to have you on the podcast.
Thank you, dude. Thank you.
I can't wait to go into Ubuntu again and check it out.
Thank you.
If no one's been to Ubuntu yet, make sure you go check them out. They also have the second location on 3rd Street.
3rd Street and Promenade, which is, we're not so busy. There's a lot of people getting to know us a little bit more and coming in and becoming our regulars and making the place at their offices as well. And then hopefully soon, end of the month probably, San Juan Capistrano, right across from the train stop. Super beautiful.
Amazing.
There. Yeah,
well,
very cool.
Much congratulations to all your success.
Thank you.
I'll see you pretty soon.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate it.
Everyone go to Ubuntu, and if you see Fellippe there, say hi.
Yeah, there you go. Awesome.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Good night.